Welcome to the music page of BryanDass.com. I am Bryan, and I'm proud to present my music right here because the reality is this. I have dedicated a gigantic part of my life to making this meaningful music. So let's start with the why. Why did I make this music? I, Bryan Dass, made this music to save my life and keep me sane during a crazy journey which I have had, not just with work and inner turmoils, but especially with my family. I came up programmed within a family that had good qualities, yes, but also many extremely toxic mentalities. But the main thing that helped me was making music. And so I used that tool, self-medication, to work on myself, to help myself. I used the music to express myself, of course, but also to explore myself, to see my inner mind and do the psychological work that was necessary. I changed bad habits of weakness into healthy habits of strength, and it was done with the music being there always for me. It has taken me away from drinking, drugs, hanging around with the wrong crowd, taken me away from self-mutilation and all sorts of addictions. It has helped me to go past that stuff, you see, because when you have so much frustration, so much inner war, a fight of your will against what you've been programmed to live like, when you have that chaos, you need an outlet. And my positive outlet has mainly been music. And I honor that music by sharing it here on my website and not keeping it hidden away in some external hard drive. I do music under my real name, Bryan Dass. But in the past, I did music under several different project names, and they are Dark Abyss, B-Brain, Ugly Fuck, Creature, Goat Omen, or rather, Goat Omen. Sorry, Moon Dreamer, and Afterlife. Each project was a different world for me, and it will be for you as well. It's all different types of music. I share the albums of these projects, and much of it is free. And while many tracks are free, and a few albums are free, 38 of the 41 albums are up for purchase. There's a dynamic array of different topics and genres involved here. So I say to you, don't be afraid to experiment with listening to these different types of music. Open your mind, and you might just fall in love with something that you never thought you'd even like in the past. My signature brand of music is very atmospheric. It's like a soundscape, a landscape of sound. And of course, I know myself as making some of the harshest and darkest of soundscapes possible. Whether the music is classified as complex or extremely minimalistic, it doesn't matter. Because the value, the content, the meaning is there. And I am certain that most humans on this earth will have a connection with that content, because we all have this dark place inside of ourselves, this place where we need to face rather than run away from it. We need to face the darkness, shine a light there, and reveal to ourselves the inner truths of ourselves. That's what this music is about. It's not made to be so fucking dark that we just wallow in sadness. I want to make that clear. You go into this music to feel, to experience. And yes, you'll experience sadness, maybe some calmness, maybe this strange curiosity of exploring that which has been mysterious to you within yourself. Maybe you'll experience empowerment by utilizing the hatred inside into a constructive determination to do something good on the outside. The bottom line is, this music is made to realize truths of the corrupt world that we live in, but more importantly, the truths of your own self. Now, as you gather, the topics covered in my music are usually very serious. Sometimes they're not. Cough, cough, Moon Dreamer. But the horror that I cover in most of the topics is indeed the magic of life, right? As I was saying before, that's where we grow, by facing the horror, not running away from it. This world has the most beautiful of dreams and the most horrific of nightmares. Both serve a purpose, and I view that purpose as evolving us in our minds so that we can learn and become the best version of ourselves. You might call that cheesy talk, but I felt it necessary to say, yes, some of my music is happy as can be, dance music. Some of it is as calming as could be, ambient music. But make no mistake, the bulk of my music is harsh, exhilarating, noisy, extreme music with a lot of hate, and it covers the darkest depths of the human essence. And I'm proud of that. I have gone where few will ever go via the music. And it isn't just because I have experimented with song structures. No, I am talking about emotional exploration into horrific topics. And on a side note, I will say that what a lot of people call dark music is to me just badass. Music that doesn't need to water itself down and become weak so that I could fit in with mainstream rules. My music is free from that, from structure rules, from topic rules, from censorship this and that, and I don't need to weaken myself to appease anyone. That's why I proudly say that say what you will about my music, I, Bryan Dass, have indeed made some of the darkest and heaviest music on the planet. Hold me to it. Put me on the chopping block and judge me as you will. All you have to do is listen, right? My music is a journey which allows you to go where you want with it. And you can use it just like I have to explore the dark side within yourself and come out of it, figure it out, problem solve it, not sit and decay. Now then, many of the songs and albums which you find here are not going to be available anywhere else on the entire internet. And I want you to remember that, because that's why BryanDass.com is so special. And I want everyone to understand these 41 albums, which I have completed, are so special to me. So yes, I put more than enough material up for free, but I show you the value that I bring with that so that you can choose off your own free will to buy the full albums. This is why you'll notice that not every song on every album is free to listen to or download. You have to understand, these albums are gold, and you will see how worthwhile it is to pay as we explore more. And that's why I say, let's jump into a great gift I have for you, straight up. And that is 2 free albums. That's right, 2 whole albums, which I'm making freely available to you, not just to stream, but you can actually download it in MP3 format and have endless replays. You will see that below. These 2 free albums are great introductions to the music of Bryan Dass. You will see first the very first album released under my normal name, Bryan Dass. This album is called The Freedom Experience. In this album you will hear many different music genres, all set into one long song spanning this entire album. It is all connected and expressed in my own signature style. And I even provide you with all the lyrics involved, because I want you to really experience this. And I want you to understand that the second album, which is for free as well, is a kind of doom metal noise. Very experimental, yet such an atmospheric and deep album, which I am infinitely proud of. No more can be said now. It's time for you to go forward. And before you go into these 2 free albums, I just want to say a big thank you. You see, I don't depend on the government for funding. I don't depend on some big corporate business behind me for funding, some record label for funding, and I will never depend on sympathy for funding. I depend on business and supplying quality content to music badasses like yourself, whom are not only courageous to try new music, but you're also intelligent enough to know value when you hear it, and honorable enough to pay where you can, when you can, for that value. And don't worry, so much of my music is free. You will have a great journey. So, let's start that journey now. Welcome to the Freedom Experience and Dark Reality by Bryan Dass.